When I was younger, I wanted to be in Cirque du Soleil and make theme park rides. Very different ideas, and I think there were different parts of my life. I think it was first the theme park for a long time, inspired by Roller Coaster Tycoon. And then my neighbor got me into Cirque du Soleil, and we used to make these Cirque du Soleil shows in the backyard, doing flips on the trampolines, but not just it wasn't the acrobatics that I was interested in. That was cool, but that was the least interesting thing to me. The thing that really drew me in was the mystery and the lore and the costumes and the story and just the way it was all told. Cirque du Soleil at its best is brilliant storytelling. But I had these two things that I wanted to do in different parts of my childhood, but I couldn't tell you why. I didn't know what the thread was between them. Only now can I look back and go, oh, that was the thread. The thread was storytelling. The thread was world building. The thread was taking people on a ride and inspiring them to use their imagination, making something thrilling, something they'd never seen before. And that is what I do for a living. I tell stories, I edit, I direct, I make films, I compose. Everything I love in this world is all about bringing people into a world and taking them on a ride, right? Hopefully leaving them thinking differently, even just slightly. My point is that I'm not an engineer, and that's why I didn't design rides, right? I'm not an engineer. I don't have an engineer's mind. This is my medium. This is where I'm able to drop people off of cliffs and introduce them to strange characters and take them into strange worlds. My point is, maybe your dream is completely wrong on the surface, but completely right at its core. It's a reason to dig deeper. It's a reason to dig beyond the sheen and the gloss of all your wildest fantasies and your biggest dreams, and be willing to ask and answer some really important, difficult questions about yourself. Namely, what is at the intersection of my true socially unaffected wants and my true socially unaffected natural talents, right? What lives at that intersection? Because what lives at that intersection goes beyond what you want. Our wants are oftentimes biased towards the grandiose, biased towards the most lucrative or the most well-regarded, or what's given the highest praise, or what society values the most, and that bias can affect your decisions. You can't let it affect your decisions. And it might be only 20 years later that you realize you're in the wrong field and that you didn't actually choose the field. Your parents did, or society did, or your friends did, or some celebrity making some video did, because that was what was cool at the time, and you didn't dig deep enough. So that's my challenge. Think beyond the bias, right? Throw the bias away, at least for a moment, and see what exists in that void. Because what exists in that void is what you're meant to do.